What's going on YouTube? This is Jabber Tech, and as a lot of you know, this little guy here is considered a dinosaur. It's actually a relic these days. It's disappearing from most modern day smartphones. A lot of people can argue that's greed. Some people can argue that sound is better when it's all digital. Whatever the case may be, the wired headphone jack definitely has saved me from times when this Bluetooth headphone is just crapped out on me and I really didn't have a cable to plug into. Not to mention it's a little cumbersome if you take a micro USB, plug it into your Bluetooth headphones, and then try and listen to music at the same time. You kind of look like a fool. Well, I have a solution for you guys, and it's in this little black box. And these are some truly wireless Bluetooth headphones from Tonor. So let's go ahead and take a look at these and see if it's worth 50 bucks. But wait, there's more. I have 20% coupon from the manufacturer, so if you do want to pick these up, check my link down below and check out this cool, awesome coupon code so you can save yourself 20%. But how do these guys actually sound at only 50 bucks? You're probably wondering that question. I was wondering the same thing. But let's get into this review and I'll let you know how they sound. So as I mentioned guys, I love putting these in my bag, but there's a time when you just don't want wires, especially when you're working out, you're running, you're on the subway, or it just gets in the way. You really don't want wires. This was a nice option for some time, but actually this is kind of getting old school as well guys. You don't really see that many wired headphones anymore, and you can thank that fruit company for that. So the next iteration, once you get rid of those old school relics, is a truly wireless Bluetooth headphone. And these ones actually sound really great, especially for the price of 50 bucks. But as I mentioned, I do have that 20% coupon, so that drops these down to 40. And at $40, these are an absolute steal for this holiday season, or just any season really. It's always a season to have Bluetooth headphones in my opinion. But taking a look, the box is pretty simple. There's really nothing in here other than the charging box, the headphones, and then in here you get a little micro USB cable. And then some extra ear tips, and that's really it. I have micro USB cables everywhere, so that's not really anything that we want to take a look at. But just looking at the back of the box, they are 6 grams, and I haven't really noticed any discomfort when wearing them. You also have the charging time of 1 hour, and that's not to charge the headphones, guys. That's to charge this box, and this box will give you 5 times the charge, so you can charge these headphones about 5 times, and each charge will last you 4 hours of usage. And then you have standby time of 77 hours, and then you have the profiles here for those of you that are interested. I would have liked to have seen aptX personally, but really that's not made any difference in terms of sound. And then the box is pretty simple, pretty standard, what you'd imagine, compatible with iOS and Android, etc, etc. So enough about these specs. I want to tell you about my usage using these headphones, and it's actually been really cool. So if we take a look, this is what they look like. So let me put it in my hand, you can kind of tell. The claim of 4 hours playback time was on point. I got about 345, 330. Again, it depends on your volume level. So the louder you listen to these, the less battery life you'll have. And that goes with every Bluetooth headphone. It's not just unique to these. But what I really like about these one is the pairing was super simple. So let me get my phone here and kind of show you what's up. It's really as easy as opening up this little chest here. And then once you take the headphone out of the box, it'll actually start pairing up. And as you see there, connection once you're already paired is very quick. And what I like about it, it shows you the battery level, and that really comes in handy. This way you're not listening to a favorite song, watching a movie, whatever the case may be, and then your battery just drains. So I definitely like being able to see the battery percentage on the actual device. It would have been nice if it was in the status bar, but that's not the headphone's fault really. And then just looking at them, they are a nice designed headphones. They aren't really heavy in the ear. And the longest I actually listened to them was about 3 hours. So that's really saying something. I did not have any discomfort. The one main thing you want to know, guys, is how loud do these things get? What's the sound quality like? How's charging them? Etc, etc. So let's handle that one at a time. The volume gets really loud on these, at least for my ears. Even at the loudest setting, it did not really distort all that much. The bass sounded really good. The mids were nice. The highs could have been a little bit louder in my opinion. But overall, for a $40, $50 Bluetooth truly wireless headset, these sounded really great and they actually exceeded my expectations. So I've listened to everything from jazz to classical to country to hip hop, and I even threw in a little pop there, and everything just sounded really great. That bass really was well adjusted in my opinion, but if you're a super bass head, maybe you want to look at some beats, but for me, beats were just a little bit too bass heavy. I thought this handled every genre just about perfectly, and I liked what came through them no matter what song I was listening to, so that's really a plus. Next I want to talk about is battery life, guys. So I did get the claimed 4 hours, well, just close to it, 3.5 to 345, and again, that depends on the volume level that you're listening to, and that's not just with these headphones, that goes with every Bluetooth headset. It really depends on the volume. At max volume, it's going to use more power, therefore use more battery, etc., etc. But I'm happy to say that I got close to the 4 hours, so I'm really happy about that. And charging it is super simple. All you have to do is place these in here as you normally would, and that just charges them up. So the cool thing about these Truly Wireless earbuds with this case here, this charging case, is that even if you don't intend to charge it, you're really just topping up the headphones at all times. So when this is in your pocket and you put these back in here, it's actually charging them up. And I think that's a really cool design. And that's not just unique to these Truly Wireless ones, just about all Truly Wireless do the same thing. But that's really a great idea. It beats having these ones and having to plug in a cable and charge them. This one, while you store it in your bag or in your jacket pocket, just charges them up automatically. And this box can charge it up to 5 times, so you really don't have to charge this all that often. Really just depends on how much you use your headphones. But for me, I found this to be really convenient. It's small enough to just fit in your pocket, fit in your jeans if you wear a looser type jeans. For those of you wearing those skinny jeans, this ain't gonna fit there. Another thing, I did use them working out and they did stay in place. I went for a run on the treadmill and they stayed in place as well. So as long as these fit your ears properly, now I know we have a lot of different ear types around the world. Everyone's ears are not the same, but if you get a nice fit with these will stay in your ear without any issue. And then also, guys, talking about working out, it is IPX6 rated, so it is rated for sweat and a little bit of rain. Don't get these drenched and you'll be just fine. Now you might be asking, Jabber, what's wrong with these headphones? There's only one thing that's wrong with these headphones right now, is you can't control the volume directly from them. Is that a big deal? That's up to you guys. For me personally, I usually have my phone on me and I usually keep my volume at a constant level unless a favorite song comes on and I want to blast it, but most of the times I usually keep it at the same level. So is that a big deal? That really depends on your personal preference. I know for me, I'm okay with it. I can always adjust it with my smartwatch or I can adjust it on my phone. But again, that depends on you and how you listen to music. If you always raise and lower the volume, these might not be for you. And then what's cool, you do have the assistant not built into these, but it does activate it on your phone, and just double tap on the right earbud and then that'll open up the Google Assistant and you can ask it questions, and of course you can hear the response within the headphones, so that's really cool. And finally, guys, you might want to know about phone calls and whatnot. So here's the deal with that. Phone calls in a quieter environment were really nice. I mean, people kind of could tell that I was on a Bluetooth headset, but it is what it is these days. But if you are in a louder environment, and this is true, I live in a big city, guys, so it might not be true for everyone, but in New York City, there's tons of ambient noises. You have ambulances going around, fire engines, police, people talking, people yelling, people screaming. You know the deal if you've been to New York City. Even if you're on the subway, don't expect these to pick up your voice in those super loud environments. But when I was at home or in quieter environments, you know, such as the office or whatever, people were able to hear me and it wasn't that bad. Other than that, guys, I really can stand behind these, especially at that price point of $50, or if you use my coupon code, which is only good for a couple weeks. So check my link down below and check the dates down below. If you happen to catch it with that 20% off at $40, these are an absolute win. At $50, they're definitely a win too. If you have any questions, ask me down below. I love answering you guys' questions. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in another video.